Are you thinking of going foraging this weekend for some flower arranging bits and pieces to add into your autumn flower arrangements? Well, if you are, I've got a couple of hints and tips for you about what I think is the essential kit you need when you go out foraging. Now, first of all is a huge bag. So you will want to have a bag that you can put your bits and pieces you found in. And I've got this great one from IKEA, which I like because I can just put it over my shoulder and it leaves my hands free to do my picking. Now, in terms of picking, you'll find it quite difficult sometimes to pick materials by hand if they're still alive, if you're taking branches from a tree or picking fresh greenery from a shrub. If you are picking dried materials, it will be really easy just to snap the materials off. So you do really need to take either a pair of secateurs or a sturdy pair of scissors. The secateurs are quite heavy, so you may not want to be carrying those around with you. And my scissors, although they are quite lightweight, they are quite strong as well. So it's whatever you prefer, really. And then my favourite bit of kit is elastic bands. So I pick these up on the street from when the postie has done their rounds, and quite often you'll find them dropped on the pavement or on the roadway. So I do tend to pick them up, and they're quite good elastic bands because they're really robust. And what I use them for is when I've picked my materials, I bundle them up with the elastic bands so that the bundles don't fall out of my bag. If you add everything into your bag individually, you may find it starts to slip out and you've walked halfway down the street and you've not noticed that you've left a trail of treasure behind you. And the way I use this elastic band is hook it over one of the stems and then roll it right the way around. And when you're running out of stretch the other side, hook it back over the same or a different stem, and that will just bundle everything together. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and good luck with your foraging. And when you go out foraging, don't forget that you shouldn't be trespassing on private property. You should only be taking the materials you need to complete your project at home, and you should be leaving enough for anyone else who wants to go picking, and be really sensitive in terms of not being too heavy-handed with what you're doing. You want to preserve the wildlife and the feeding and nesting grounds of the wild birds out there and all the other animals. And the other thing I was going to say, I nearly forgot, is of course you need to be aware of what's poisonous and what's not. So just take extreme care that you're not picking anything that is poisonous. It may cause irritants to the skin, or with berries, anything you might have younger children in your family you might be tempted to eat. So just have fun with it, really. So I shall leave it there, and I shall see you another time.